Tucked away in northern Colombia, the Cerrejón coal mine is a vital part of the nation's economy, producing 30 million tons of coal annually. But what many don't realize is that Cerrejón is also a treasure trove of ancient fossils, revealing a world that existed over 60 million years ago. On one remarkable field trip, a local university student stumbled upon astonishing artifacts, including fossils of a giant creature that no one knew had existed. But before we dive into the story, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting stories. Cerrejon appears at first glance to be an ordinary coal mine, its arid landscape lacking in vegetation and wildlife. However, beneath its sandy surface lies an ancient world filled with prehistoric secrets. Located just 60 miles from the Caribbean coast, this region was once a tropical rainforest. Today, the mine covers an area larger than Washington, D.C., offering plenty of land to explore for historical treasures. Commercial mining has played a significant role in uncovering many of these ancient artifacts, especially fossils. One of the earliest discoveries at Cerrejon occurred in 1990 when geologist Henry Garcia stumbled upon what he thought was a petrified branch. He placed the stone artifact in a display case where it remained forgotten until paleontologist Scott Wing visited the mine in 2003. Curious, Dr. Wing sent a photo of the fossil to his colleague, Dr. Jonathan Block. To their astonishment, they realized it wasn't a branch at all. It was the fossilized jawbone of an unknown animal. The rediscovery of this fossil kicked off a series of expeditions that revealed even more incredible findings. University student Fabiani Herrera played a crucial role in this when he visited Cerrejón in 2003 and discovered fossils of prehistoric plants. Excited by his findings, Herrera brought his discoveries to Dr. Carlos Jaramillo, who then invited Dr. Wing to join their exploration of the mine. For the next 4 months, Herrera, Dr. Wing, and the rest of the team scoured the Cerrejón coal mine, gathering over 2,000 plant fossils in the process. Their findings confirmed that this area had once been a lush, tropical rainforest, home to the ancestors of many of today's plant and animal species. As they dug deeper, the team came across fossils that told a much more complex story about the ancient ecosystem. It was during this expedition that Dr. Wing also uncovered the true identity of the so-called petrified branch. Once Dr. Block saw the fossil and examined it further, it became clear that it was not only the jawbone of an ancient creature, but that this discovery was the tip of the iceberg. The team soon planned a second expedition, hoping to uncover even more significant findings, and they were not disappointed. On their return trip, Dr. Block insisted on seeing the jawbone in person. Although the display case was locked, a fortunate accident allowed the researchers to access it when the glass pane cracked. Behind the jawbone, they discovered another fossil, this time a pelvis. This marked the beginning of even more thrilling discoveries at Cerrejón. As the years passed, more experts joined the project, and further fossils were unearthed, particularly in the north zone of Cerrejón. Over the next 5 years, the researchers continued their work, finding vertebrate fossils belonging to creatures that lived millions of years ago. Among these discoveries was a 5.5-foot-long turtle. A shocking find, though not the most astonishing of all. In 2007, a University of Florida graduate student named Alex Hastings made an even more surprising discovery while examining a shipment of fossils labeled crocodile. Along with fellow student Jason Bork, Hastings realized that these fossils actually belonged to an enormous prehistoric snake, unlike anything ever seen before. Eager to understand more about this massive snake, Dr. Block contacted his former classmate Jason Head, a reptile specialist at the University of Toronto. Dr. Head traveled to the United States to examine the fossils and quickly realized that the size of this snake was beyond anything previously recorded. By studying the vertebrae and comparing them to those of modern snakes, Dr. Head and his team estimated that this ancient creature was between 42 and 49 feet long, weighing around 2,500 pounds. This was no ordinary snake. It was a new species, later named Titanoboa. Not only was it the largest known snake to have ever existed, but it also ranked among the largest land animals in history. The discovery of Titanoboa sent shockwaves through the scientific community, and researchers immediately set out to learn more about this gigantic reptile's behavior and diet. In time, the team discovered the skull of a Titanoboa, which provided even more insight into its predatory nature. Smithsonian Magazine reported that the snake's rows of closely packed teeth suggested it was well equipped to eat large, slippery creatures. Experts believe that while Titanoboa likely fed on fish, it also preyed on other large animals, including turtles and even crocodiles, solidifying its place at the top of the prehistoric food chain. The Cerrejon coal mine continued to yield more exciting discoveries. Alongside Titanoboa, researchers uncovered a prehistoric crocodile species named Anthracosuchus balrogus, which weighed up to 900 pounds. These findings have also contributed to the understanding of how some species survived the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs while others did not. The discovery of Titanoboa and other ancient creatures at Cerrejon was groundbreaking, but the research didn't stop there. By analyzing the fossils and rocks found in the region, scientists were able to piece together how the environment and ecosystem had changed over millions of years. These findings shed light on the effects of the asteroid that struck the Yucatan Peninsula and caused the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. While most scientists believe that this asteroid impact caused the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction, wiping out the dinosaurs, some, like paleontologist Robert De Palma, propose a slightly different theory. De Palma's research has suggested that other factors, such as volcanic activity and climate change, may have played a significant role in the extinction, with the asteroid being the final blow. De Palma's work made headlines in 2012 when he uncovered a unique fossil site in North Dakota near the Hell Creek Formation. This site, named Tanis, contained an unusual array of fossils, including a freshwater paddlefish and the tooth of a mosasaur, a massive ocean-dwelling predator. The presence of both marine and freshwater species, along with the discovery of tektites, glass fragments created by meteor impacts, led De Palma to propose that the fossils had been deposited here shortly after the asteroid impact. De Palma's theory was met with controversy, especially when he chose to share his findings with The New Yorker rather than a scientific journal. However, he eventually published his work in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Despite the criticism, De Palma's findings have added a new layer of complexity to the understanding of the extinction event and how it may have unfolded. As more discoveries continued to be made at sites like Cerrejón and Tanis, the mystery of how life on Earth was shaped by catastrophic events millions of years ago becomes clearer. While the story of Titanoboa has captivated the world, it is just one piece of a much larger puzzle.